Hello, hello, I think we are live. Let's just check. Oh. I've got a new laptop and let me just move my tea a minute. It's better. And it won't turn into an iPad, which is what my old laptop used to do, which means it's further away from me because I have to have the keyboard in front of me, which is really annoying. Okay, right. Looks like we're in the right place. Let's just have a quick check. Yay, we're in the right place. Wonderful. Okay, that's better. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So, hi, welcome to Papercraft with Jenny. If you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, this is a live recording in Facebook Live of my monthly card club for March 2024. And if you have got a pack and you're going to be crafting along with me, then you're most welcome, whether you're watching live or you're watching on the replay, because I know there are lots of people who are going to be watching on the replay tonight, and you are very welcome. If you're just joining me live now though, if you want to say hi in the comments, that would be wonderful, and then I'll know who's here. And we'll just give it a couple of minutes and then we'll make a start. Fantastic. I will have a quick slurp of my tea from my new mug. I'll show you my new mug. Can you see my new mug? There we go. Cat Lady, it says. It's Darren bought me a new mug for our wedding anniversary because it was 20 years. So this is the closest thing to China that he could get for me. But it is a mug made by Keith Brymer Jones, so as of the Great Pottery Throwdown, and as we're massive fans of that in our house, it seemed like a very appropriate present to get me. So okay, so if you're joining live, do say hi in the comments. That would be lovely. I know that there's lots of people going to be watching on catch up tonight, as it is Maundy Thursday today, and lots of people had other things that they needed to do. So I'm not expecting huge numbers tonight, but if you are joining live, then do say hi in the comments, because it would be lovely to know who is here. I am here and Evelyn is on the other side of the table, and she'll be saying hello when we turn the camera down in a moment. So there will be a few of us to have a little chat in the comments as we go along. But yeah, do drop on and say hi if you're joining live. Anne, hello! How lovely for you to join us. Fantastic, welcome to your first monthly card club. In a moment I'll be putting the camera down. For those of you who are newly joining us for the first time, hi Julie, I'm so glad you could join. For those of you joining us for the first time, we have a quick little bit of introduction, bit of a news update and things in the world of Stampin' Up. I've got lots of news to tell you actually, because we're right at the end of our Stampin' Up catalogue year and about to start a new one, which means sales and it means new stuff and all very exciting. And I've got lots going on in April that I want to tell you about as well. Loads of opportunities to win an amazing bundle prize. So I want to tell you about that as well. So as we've got a couple of people, I will get started. So we're going to be doing our crafting tonight step by step. So I'm going to be making it along with you. If that isn't a good way for you to craft and you want to just watch tonight, that is absolutely fine. The recording stays in the Facebook group forever. So you can always come back here, pause, stop, rewind, watch it again, whatever you like. It's also put into YouTube as well, so you can always go over to YouTube if you prefer that platform to watch rather than Facebook. So you'll have kind of those two opportunities to watch the replay as well. And if you are watching on replay, that doesn't mean that you can't win a prize for your raffle ticket. So you have one whole month until this time next month to tell me what your raffle ticket number is if you've won, and choose your prize. So yeah, just because you're not here live tonight doesn't mean you can't win a raffle prize. Hello Dee, hello, fantastic. So let's have a look and think about what we've got going on. So this is the last few days of March, obviously. Last day of March, Easter Sunday. So it's the last few days to order the sweet share from March. And the sweet share at the moment is the set that we're going to be using tonight. So it's called Forever Love. And it is from, ta-da-da, It's from this catalogue, from the little mini catalogue with the giant ice cream on the front. Yeah, if you, let me just try and find the page so I can tell you where it is. So if you like the products that we're using tonight and you would like a share of this suite so that you get a little bit of everything for less than the full price, then do let me know before Sunday. There it is, Forever Love. This is the suite we're going to be using. So it's on pages 14 and 15 of the mini catalogue if you want to check out all the individual products. So yeah, that's for March. Anne's saying she'll be watching as she's joining for the first time. Yeah, good idea, Anne. And then you can see how fast we go and if it's too fast for you or too slow for you or whatever. We have people of all abilities joining tonight. So some people like to craft faster, that's fine. Some people like to craft slower, that's fine too. Okay, so yeah, so that's all there is for March is the suite share for the last few days. Then April. Okay, I want to tell you about April because there's loads of things going on in April. So you may remember a few weeks ago now in the Facebook group, I asked you to choose between ice creams or male rock cue cards, which was kind of like rock guitars and drumsticks and stuff. And you chose ice creams. So that was overwhelmingly, the majority was ice creams. So for the month of April, we are going to be focusing on the ice cream bundle. We're going to be making things like this. Ha! So that will be fun. So we're going to be using the ice cream bundle both for Coffee Club and we're going to be using the ice cream bundle for Monthly Card Club as well. So this workshop in a month's time. Is also going to be our suite share. So there will be a new suite share email coming to you on Monday, and that will have all the details of the papers and the ribbons and the bling and all the other bits and pieces that you can get in the ice cream suite share. Usually you have a choice of an ink pad to go with your suite share. This time I'm offering you an either or. So you can either have a new ink pad or you can have a complete set of die cut pieces that I will cut out for you so that you can make ice creams straight away with your papers and things. So you decide what you fancy. So we've got Coffee Club on the 11th of April, which is an evening only this time. So it's only on Zoom and it's only in the evenings, no daytime Coffee Club this month in April. Then I've got my card buffet. So the card buffet is a new workshop that I've just put in. We did one probably 6 months ago and it was a roaring success and everybody had a really lovely time. So I'm doing it again. A card buffet is where I have a number of different styles of project available and you choose which ones you want to make. And if you want to make multiples of the same project, you can if you want to. And then at the end of the session, you pay for what you've made. So it's £2 a card, so very reasonable. And there will be a whole variety. There will be men's, there will be ladies, there will be thank yous, there will be birthdays. There'll be whole lots of different things you can choose from. So that is the Thursday, the 18th of April, and that's 10 till 12 here in my house in Lechlade. If you want to join, then you just need to tell me that you're coming. So that would be great. It's a great beginner workshop as well, because you're just making one single card at a time. It's in person, so it's easy to get help and tuition. Lots of fun because everybody will be making similar things to you. So if you want to bring a friend who's never crafted before, that would be lovely too. Then we've got Monthly Card Club. So this workshop, but in a month's time, that's on the 26th of April, and that will be ice creams again. But for those of you who voted for the Rock Cue, I am going to throw in a couple of Rock Cue kit cards as well, so you'll get a little bit of what you wanted as well. So that means that April's Monthly Card Club is going to be a bumper affair, let me tell you, because you will have 4 ice cream cards. You can see some of them up here, look. And you're also going to have 2 Rock Cue cards as well. So you're going to have 6 cards to make in that kit. So that's going to be massive. And then on the Saturday of that weekend, 27th, I've got my workshop with Jolly Super Things. So that is an offering of 4 different workshops, and you can choose 2 of the, well, up to 2, 1 or 2 of the workshops to do. So you can either come in the morning or an afternoon, or you can be with us all day and choose 2 separate workshops if you prefer. Completely your choice. So there will be printing workshops, fabric printing workshops, and there are papercraft workshops. And the papercraft ones run by me are going to be sculpted flowers using the paper floristry die suite. So if you'd like to join me for that, then the link's been sent out several times in emails, and you'll get it again, I expect, on Monday in the monthly weekly email. So do sign up for that. That would be lovely if people want to join us. If you decide to come to 2 workshops, you'll get a £5 voucher to spend in a future workshop with me as well. So that's really cool. Okay, so what else have we got? New catalogue. So our new catalogue is on its way. You will have seen photos of the front cover. I'm not allowed to show you the inside yet, but I have seen the inside. I have my paper copy upstairs at the moment, and I've seen lots of the products. I've seen the new colours. I can show you the new colours. These are the new in colours. So every year at this time we change one group of 5 different in colours, and these are going to be the new ones. So the ones that are retiring are the very bright ones that we had 2 years ago. So see, all these colours last for 2 years. So we had Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, those kind of ones, Tahitian Tide. Those are all going. And these are the ones that are coming. Now, the astute amongst you will realise there are 6 colours on this chart, not 5. And that is because this one on the end here, let me see if I can show you a bit closer. Oops. Can I show you it closer? A little bit. This is our new, from our basics range. So we've got a new basic colour that's joining the basics family, and that's basic beige. So I am having, as I always have, a new catalogue launch party. At the moment, it's going to be Saturday the 4th of May here at my house, but I am also doing an online version as well. So for those of you who live further afield, if you are not able to come to my house launch party, I am going to be doing an online launch as well for you. There will be a buy one, get one free sale where everything you buy from my retired stock, you get to spend the equivalent in the new catalogue free of charge. So that's really cool. There will be lots of samples for you to see of new products, new colours, new kits, etc, etc. And there'll be raffles, and there'll also be a make and take. So if you're going to do the online version, I will send you a make and take kit, and it will be something using those new colours. So you'll get to play with those new colours straight away. That workshop is free. I'll say it again. Free. So it's a thank you from me to you for your custom and for you joining my workshops over the last year. So if you would like to be part of the catalogue launch event, either in person or online, I would love you to join me, and it will be free. So the in-person will be May the 4th. The online will probably be something like this, a Facebook Live, and I'll record it so that if you miss it, then you'll still be able to catch up. Okay, so in the meantime, we need to get rid of all our old stock. The stock sale, retiring stock sale, starts on the 9th of April. So from the 9th of April, there is up to 60% off any stock that is not carrying over to the new catalogue. Well worth checking that out from the 9th of April. In the meantime, though, if, as lots of you are a demonstrator, even if you don't do things like I do, you don't do classes and workshops like I do, but if you are registered as a demonstrator, then you will already have your new catalogue, and you can purchase from that new catalogue on the 2nd of April. So you will be able to buy from a limited stock from the 2nd of April. So do go and check it out. You need to go into the demonstrator website and then place a demonstrator order, and then you will see what is available to you to order. But that is available to demonstrators only. That's a perk of being a demonstrator, having purchased the starter kit, etc. From the 2nd of April. So there you go. I have one final thing to tell you about, and that is, and then we'll get on with some crafting. One final thing to tell you, and that is that from Monday, as part of my kind of bit mad April, and part of the ice cream challenge and everything, I'm going to be doing a Facebook challenge, a craft challenge that everybody can join in the Facebook page. I'm going to be announcing what the challenge is every Monday at 6 p.m. And the challenge is going to be, like I say, a creative one. So I am going to be putting a theme or a subject in the Facebook page, and all you need to do is come up with a project using anything you've got at home on that theme. Okay, so I'll give you the heads up so you've got a little bit longer to think about the first one. So the first theme is spring. So you can make any project you like, any papercraft project, on the theme of spring. Take a photograph on your phone, post it into the Facebook page in the section where that comment is, and then everybody who enters, all my various draws and things that are going on during April is going to go into a bumper prize draw at the end of the month, and the prize is going to be the ice cream dies, so really worth having, and a whole load of other goodies that go with the ice cream suite that I will throw in as well. So there'll be a huge bumper prize at the end of the month. All you need to do is make a card, make a tag, make a 3D item, make a scrapbook page, whatever you want, and take a photo and put it in the Facebook group, as long as it's on the theme of the week. So the first week is going to be spring, and then there'll be a different theme each week for the 5 weeks of April. Couldn't be easier, could it? And it doesn't matter if you don't do the theme, you don't do your project that week. You can enter as many as you like, and you can do them all on the last day if you want, or you can do one every week, whatever you want, whatever suits your crafting style. Okie dokie, time for some crafting. So I am just going to turn the camera down. As I whiz around, you can just wave to Evelyn on the way by. So I'll just turn the camera around first. And there she is. Can you see her underneath the stands? Just about. There we go. Okay, let me just get my bits and pieces up. Okay, there we go. So, I'm just going to pull the stand forwards a little bit so I can get underneath there. Let's get some light on the subject here. Okay, there we go. Just move it so that I'm right under the camera there so that everybody can see. That's better. Okay, so this is what we're going to be making tonight to start with. This is a card folder, so it contains 4 cards so that you can gift it should you want to, or you can put anything else you like inside it actually. It's going to be made using your whole sheet of Pretty Peacock card, so I'll show you what supplies you need in a moment. As you can see, it's got lots of different layers on the front here, 2 different kinds of pattern papers. We've got a scalloped edge, a label, a little bit of fussy cutting, I have to tell you, with the flowers here. And this beautiful, beautiful ribbon. I've got a whole reel of this beautiful ribbon as one of the raffle prizes tonight. So I hope you love it, because there's going to be some more to give away. So if I open up the card folder here, you will then see it has the simplest of tie, look, because it's just the ribbon punched through the holes, and inside we've got 4 cards. So we've got, this is the one that we're not going to be making tonight, but you have got a photograph of it so that you can make it in your own time. And the reason for this is a really super simple card. Okay, so I'm just going to show you it a little bit close up so that you can see how I've done it. So no colouring on the card base itself, because this is a pre-printed card base. I've just added a couple of little bling enamel dots, and I fussy cut out the flowers and then added a sentiment. So really easy to do. And the way that I've got the pink backing on the sentiment is I cut the sentiment at the punched shape in half and then pulled them apart and stuck them on the back so that it looks a bit longer than it really is. Don't know if you can see that underneath there. Just about, probably, but the pink shape is cut in half, and then stuck to the back of the With Love sentiment. So that's that card. Really super easy. Comes with this really pretty envelope as well. So you've got both of those there. And obviously, if you prefer to make larger cards, then you could cut this lovely patterned card in half, and you'll have two patterned paper bases to go onto a larger card if you choose. They just won't fit inside the envelope, but if that's what you'd like to do with it, that is completely up to you. So that's the one that we're not going to be making tonight. So I'm going to put that one to one. Then we've got this lovely card with some added paper down the side. It's really fine glimmer on that paper. And this is one of our patterned papers, beautiful bordered kind of leaves there. A little bit of stamping. So any stamping that we've got in Card Club tonight is completely stamping of your choice. So you can stamp anything you want onto here, whatever you feel fits this theme. And then we've got the layered pieces here. And then our next card is this one, letting the patterned paper really kind of shout for itself here. So that's taking centre stage, just with a sentiment, extra bit of ribbon and a few bits of bling as well. And then the final one has a little bit of stamping, a sentiment, and two pieces of patterned paper lined up together. So it's really easy. But what we're going to start with is the card folder. So I'm just going to take my piece of ribbon out. This is the card folder that we're going to start with, or it could be a photograph folder or whatever you want to put in it really. But we're going to make it from scratch, and then we're going to fill it with our cards. So what you will need is your trimmer or scoreboard or ruler and scissors or whatever you want, whatever your choice is, and your piece of A4 pretty peacock coloured card. Okay, I'm just going to remind myself what the depth of that is. So it was, it's 2 inches, yeah, I thought so. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is with the long edge at the top, you're going to score this piece of A4 card in half. So the middle line is 14.9 centimetres, so just shy of 15 centimetres. I'm just going to score that, and then you're going to turn it around, and we're going to score the bottom edge that is going to form this flap that folds up to hold your cards in place. We're going to score that at 2 inches. So that's with the short side at the top. We're scoring at 2 inches. So who's crafting with me tonight? Who's going to be crafting along? Let me know in the comments if you're crafting. So I'm just going to pass that one across to Evelyn on the other side of the table there. There we go. So you should have 2 score lines now, one down the centre of your A4 and one 2 inches from the bottom. And that's all you need to do to get started. I keep freezing. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? That's not good at all. We have had some thunder and lightning here. It stopped now, but we have had some thunder and lightning, so that's not been brilliant. If it is you, Anne, you might need to go out and come back in again, possibly. I'm not sure other than that. It does seem to be flowing okay on my end, because I have it on so that I can see if anything's going wrong, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, so once you've got your piece of A4, fold it down the centre and crease it. And then fold up that 2-inch flap and crease that too. And then what we're going to do, if I just show you in the one that I made before, you're just going to need to take a little V out of the middle there, so that when you fold it over, it folds without catching. So just the centre here, we're just going to take a little V out the centre, that's all. Well, we are, if I can find my snips anyway. Oh, there we are. There we are. So, and I'm just going to cut this freehand. You could actually fold it over if you wanted. Let's be really professional to get it matching. There we go. And then we know that the V is exactly the same either side. And then when you fold that card envelope together, you don't have any problem with it catching in the centre. So that's quite helpful. Okay. Then all you need to do is just stick a little bit of glue down those edges there. So I am going to use some thin tear and tape because it's really strong, but also it's nice and thin, so it won't interfere with the cards. So just down that outside edge, but just making sure that it's really close to the outside edge. There we go. Really close to the outside edge. So it doesn't get in the way of the cards at all. And then just peel that off, the backing off, and fold those up. There we go. Let's move the bin closer, Evelyn, sorry. I can reach it. There we go. Okay. And that's the inside of your card folder finished then. That's really as easy as that. So then you can start working on the front. I'll bring the design in for those of you who are quick and want to speed ahead. So the first thing you're going to need is your patterned paper that's got the kind of trellis pattern on it. So let me just find that a moment. This is the one. So it's kind of a trellis with the roses at the crossovers of the trellis. And that is going to be a little bit too big for your card front. So we're going to want to take a little bit off the edge there. Now you'll notice that on the back you've got the kind of pinky, I don't know, like it's almost like netting, isn't it, colour, that you're going to need for this central strip. So what I would do is, or what I'm going to do is, I am going to take off a little bit more than I actually want, and I'm going to hide the join then behind this central strip. So I'm going to take off the width of that strip. So the width of that strip is, let's find the ruler. The width of that strip is 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch. So that's what I'm going to take off using the trimmer. Let's get the trimmer up the right way, that'll be helpful, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to take that strip just off the edge there, 3/4. And then I'm also going to, I'm just going to cut this down so that it separates into two pieces. So this piece, this 3/4 inch piece, I'm going to put that to one side for later. But I'm also just going to, in fact, let's do it on the right side. Going to just make that piece into two pieces. So I'm cutting it at around about an inch, and it will all become apparent why in a moment. So you're taking off a 3/4 of an inch piece, and then you're splitting the remaining large piece into two, which you can then stick down to the front of your card envelope like so.
And that piece that you cut off, you can then cover the join with. So hopefully that makes it clear why. So let's start with the 2 pieces of Pretty Peacock and get those stuck down in the right place. So let's find some seal to do this. It doesn't matter too much what size your strip is. If you cut your strip a bit bigger or a bit smaller, it's absolutely not the end of the world at all. I'm using Stampin' Seal for mine, but use whatever adhesive is your favourite. There we go. So that's those 2 pieces, and you can see you've got a gap in the middle of those 2 pieces, which is absolutely fine because you're now going to cover that up with this, the reverse piece. But before you stick this one on, you need your scalloped edge, because you're going to stick your patterned piece over the top of the scalloped edge first and then stick it on. So let's just move that to one side. So I'm going to stick a bit of tape on the back of my patterned piece, and then going to line that up. In fact, I'm going to actually use my grid paper. I'm going to be really good. Let's use my grid paper to help me to line up where it needs to go. And then once you've got that piece of kind of the net piece stuck on, then you can stick it completely flat down to the front of the card. Oh, and typically I've just run out of seal. Never mind, we'll have to move on to glue instead. So everything's going to be wet glue tonight, I'm afraid, because I've run out of Stampin' Seal refills. I gave my last one to Evelyn before we started tonight. Never mind. It's fine. So I'm just putting that over the join so it covers up that gap in the paper. Oh, that's a bit crooked actually. Should have made mine slightly. It's quite difficult to do it underneath the camera stand, so I should have made that slightly better, but never mind. Get rid of that moment. And I don't know what to tell you other than maybe to go off and back in again. I'm not sure apart from that. I'm going to just reboot mine and see if that makes a difference to mine. The screen does seem to keep going black on my laptop. I'm not really sure why, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm really sorry, but I think it's probably just the atmospherics in the signal tonight, unfortunately, because it has been quite poor weather around here. Well, all over the country, hasn't it, actually? So I'm not really sure other than that. Hopefully you're not missing sections, I hope. That's the main thing, that you're not missing bits, really. Okay. So you now have this die cut frame to go across the front here, and I've put mine on 3D pads, so that's probably worth thinking about if you want to. And then I've fussy cut some of the little flowers out and just attach those to the side. Everybody will have different flowers, so everybody will have a slightly different card wallet when they've finished. Kind of final design will be, everybody will have a slightly different one. And again, I wouldn't be too fussy about, I know we call it fussy cutting, but I wouldn't go too wild about being too fussy about this, because the flowers, as they're gold, will stand out beautifully on the paper. So I don't think you need to go into every little kind of groove and every kind of divot of the leaves. just go round the edge of the leaves and the florals fairly simply. Just keep the scissors flowing by turning the paper rather than the scissors. So hold your scissors still and just wiggle the paper around your scissors rather than moving the paper around, the scissors around the paper rather. And then once you've kind of got your piece cut out that you want to add on, you just need to stick those on. I've stamped just for you on the bottom of this one as well, so you can stamp a happy birthday or whatever you want on the bottom. Let's find some 3D pads. Have some here. I'm not going to add a stamp into this one, just for speed this time, because then I can get on and do a raffle prize while you are all, those of you who are crafting, are finishing off. I've got super sticky 3D pads as well at the moment, and they're an absolute pain in the neck to get my nail underneath, so I'm having to use a pokey tool to get the back off of them at the moment on this particular set. So my frame is kind of roughly in the centre of the whole card folder, and then a little bit of wet glue on the bottom of my flowers, and they're stuck flat down to the card front. And then once I decide what sentiment I'm going to put on the front here, whether it's a happy birthday or whatever, I will add some bits of bling as well. And then the final kind of bit that you need to do to make this into an actual card folder is, Evelyn, I don't know if you can see it, is to punch a hole. Thank you so much, my assistant there. So I'm just going for the middle of this label. So the middle of the label, a single hole all the way through, and that's where I'm going to thread my ribbon through. So I'll do it on the other one that I've done already because I know it's the right length. And you will need a little bit more of this ribbon later on, so don't use the whole lot on your card folder. But yeah, and that's your card folder finished then. Really easy. Then all we need to do is fill it with some cards. So I will let you, I'll leave that one there a moment, let you finish off, and those of you who are making, and we'll do a raffle prize, shall we? So if you've got your raffle ticket to hand, do grab it out. Make sure you've got them all separated here. Okay. Now our first raffle number tonight is 511. 511. So even if you're watching on the replay and 511 is yours, you can still win a prize. I will show you what the prizes are. So the first prize is, as I said, it's a whole reel of this beautiful ribbon. It is called, if you're looking for it in the catalogue, it's Pretty Peacock and Gold metallic ribbon, it's called. So Pretty Peacock and Gold metallic ribbon. So we've got a reel of that. We have a stamp set, the Countless Trees stamp set, which is a builder stamp set where you can build up the trees. So you've got several different trunks, you've got several different tree tops, and you can build up your own scene with that. So we've got the Countless Trees stamp set, and we've got the ribbon. And then finally, we've got a set of cards and envelopes, which is Sweet Thoughts, Memories and More cards and envelopes. It's actually a huge wad. There are 20 cards and envelopes in here, and they are full size. Full size. Let's just check the size. They are. They're bigger. They're bigger than our standard cards. So massive cards. So if anyone who's on with me now live has number 511, please tell me in the comments that it's you and which prize you would like. We've got the Countless Trees, stamp set, the ribbon or the cards and envelopes. Which one would you like? Tell me, shout now. Well, I have a quick slurp of my tea. And if you're watching on replay, as I said, don't worry, I will put 511 to one side and we will allocate you a prize later on. So do not worry. Okay, so those of you who are making, if you can give me some thumbs up when you're ready to move on to our first card to go inside our card folder, that would be fabulous. So this one is the one that we're not going to make tonight, so we'll put that one out of the way. So we'll start with this one, I think. This is quite a nice, simple one to begin with. Is everybody just watching and nobody's making? That could be it. Okay, in that case, I will plough on. And if you're watching on the replay and making as you go along, then you can kind of pause and rewind then, can't you? So this card that we're going to be making first, the only stamping on here is the sentiment, which is on our shimmered white cardstock. So you're going to need for this card, let's find all the pieces of my kit here. Let's just, I've got exactly the same kit as you, minus the raffle ticket. So let's just find what we need to get that packet out of the way. So we need, here we go, this middle layer of bits and pieces here. Now I've got a feeling that Evelyn and I have got a different colour patterned paper to everybody else. I have a feeling, because I think I ran out, so I think we have, let me just make sure that I've got the right amount for in a moment for the next one. Got the right things. And I've got that one for that one. So yeah, I've got slightly different pattern paper to you. It's the floral one, yeah. But that's okay, it will come out just the same. So let's start with the stamping. So got a piece of white card that just needs a sentiment on it. So my sentiment was best wishes and happy thoughts, which is from this one, Nature's Prints. That's the one that I did. I think I might have You're on My Mind this time for a change. Can you grab me an ink pad, please, Evelyn? We're sharing across the table here, so yeah, I'm going to have You're on My Mind on mine. Thank you. Brilliant, thanks. And I'm using Pretty Peacock ink again. So this kind of lovely dark turquoise. There we go. I'll give you that one to clean, Evelyn, thanks. And then it just needs to be layered on top of the die cut piece, which mine has got a little bit that's been left behind, where the pads, often this happens when the die cut pads were not quite in the right place, and that's probably because I was die cutting loads of pieces at the same time, I expect. There we go. Let's just trim that up. So the sentiment is layered slap bang in the middle of that die cut piece. So I'm just going to whack some glue on there. And you'll also need some ribbon as well. So you should have either some more of the beautiful sparkly ribbon, or you may have the alternate ribbon, which is this kind of closer weave of the similar colour. So you may have one or the other, you may have both, so you can choose what you wrap around it. I think I'm going to use the plain one this time and see what difference that makes. So this piece of patterned paper, if you don't have it already cut to size, you're going to need to cut it to size. And the same as your card base. So I'll give you the dimensions for everything so that you can either repeat it or you can cut from scratch if you want to. So let's start with the card base. So my card bases are always half a sheet of A4 folded in half, always, because I can't bear to waste any cards. So I never cut to the American sizes. For those of you who watch other crafters, often they use the American inches size, which takes a little strip off the side of A4 card. I can't bear that because it means I waste cards, so I never do. And then the first layer is always 9.9 by 14.3 centimetres. So that's what I will cut first. Evelyn, I'm going to need the trimmer back again, sorry. Oh, she's sticking her sentiment down. Bear with us, crafters. Thank you so much. So yeah, so my first layer is always 14.3 by 9.9. So just trim that up. And then the second layer is 9.3 centimetres by, what did I say, it was 14.3, didn't I? So that means it's, gosh, 13.6, sorry. And that just gives kind of a couple of millimetres around the edge of that patterned paper. Ooh, give you that one. Thank you. So those are my two layers. Let's get rid of those spare bits of pattern paper for now. So I'm just going to, and actually it's quite pretty on the back as well, actually. If you prefer, do you know what, I might even do that. I think I might turn it over and use the back.
What's the size again?
I really like that. So it's, what did I say it was? Not 14.3, 13.6. Is that right?
The non-patterned?
Oh, sorry, 14.3 by 9.9. So the non-patterned, the first layer is 14.3 by 9.9. And then the second layer is 9.3 by 13.6. So I'm going to use the reverse of the pattern paper because I actually really like that. The back. I wouldn't usually say you can have too much gold, but this paper is really beautiful. It has got an awful lot of gold in it, which is lovely. I think that goes better with my, spare bit of card here, that goes better with my plainer ribbon, I think, as well. So before you stick this front piece onto the card, you need to wrap your ribbon around and tie a knot. I have tied. I haven't tied a bow. If you've got enough ribbon to tie a bow, great. But if you haven't, like I haven't, then, or you know, don't want to, rather, then tie a knot instead. It will be perfectly okay. Snip the ends and you will get just as nice, just as nice an effect once you've layered the sentiment on top in a moment. So The only thing to do with this is it's quite a wide sentiment, so you do need to make sure that you've moved your ribbon over far enough that you can actually fit your sentiment on there, and before you stick it down. So next thing to do, oh, I've got a twist in my ribbon. That's typical, isn't it? Can I twist it round, I wonder? Yeah, no, I think I can. Just going to, the only reason I'm taking the twist out, obviously it doesn't matter because you can't see it on the card, but it means that your card lies flatter without the twist on the back, because you want this piece obviously to lie nice and flat on the card. So if you're going to have a twist, it's almost better to have the twist on the front, because it will be hidden underneath your sentiment, which is raised on pads. So better to have the twist on the front than on the back, where you want the ribbon to lie flat for you. So because I want to stick the ribbon down at the same time, I'm going to stick using tape again, so that tear and tape again, because it means it holds the ribbon in the right place as well. It holds that still at the same time. And I always kind of make sure that my tape is right up against the edge of the ribbon, so there's no chance that it's going to crinkle up at all and that the ribbon's going to move. Peel off the back into the tape, obviously, and then stick it flat down to the card front. Again, leaving that little border around the edge, and just stick it nice and firmly around the ribbon. Then the sentiment can go on 3D pads. So these are our 3D dimensionals. I'm going to just use the pokey again to get the backing off, because they're such a fiddle with mine. Maybe it's just me, actually. Maybe it's not the dimensionals at all. Maybe it's the fact that I've got terrible nails at the moment, so I haven't got any nail to pick the backing off with. That's probably more like it. Although I think these dimensionals did come from quite an old kit, so that's possibly why as well. And then just going to stick that so that the ribbon kind of runs pretty much central, and you can see it poking out either side. There we go. Just trim those ribbon ends, because I don't want them to fray too much, and with me pulling it around a bit they will sometimes fray. And then add some bling. So in your kit you've got a little plastic envelope, and you will have a couple of strips of dots, of gold dots, and there'll be 2 different sizes, so add a couple of those. Don't need to be too prescriptive about the dots. The only thing I would say, you know what I'm going to say because I say it every month, every time I'm making, is always try and go for an odd number. So I've got another one down here, look. But try and go for an odd number because it just looks a bit more natural, that's all. Oh, hello, Sally. Hello. Sally had to babysit. Oh, my goodness me. Well, that's no good, is it? But you're going to catch up tomorrow. Fabulous. Okay. Well, don't forget to look out for your raffle ticket, will you? But lovely that you could drop in for a moment and just say hi. That's brilliant. And I saw Olivia's crafting as well from the class, the other class that you did. And that looks really good. She's a natural, isn't she? Fantastic. You'll have to bring her along to one of mine. Okay. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so there we go. That's our first card finished. So I'll just leave that one there a moment while anybody has a catch up and has a look. And then we'll move on to our next one. But just leave that one there for a moment. Didn't she do well? She did do well. Yeah. Whose class was that one then, Sally? Was that an in-person one? Or was that an online one? Because she did brilliantly. The girl's got it in her genes, obviously. Olivia's Sally's granddaughter, who's been having a go at crafting. Okay, let's move that one off to the side and let's find the next one. I'm going to do this one next. So this one, you are going to need, no ribbon this time, you're going to need your card base. You're going to need, oh, I've got two bits of strips here. You're going to need your strip of patterned paper and your strip of glimmer paper. You've got a bit of glimmer paper, Evelyn?
Yeah.
Oh, you have, okay. Got an extra bit, and nice. Put that to one side. And then you've got your layered die pieces, one of which obviously you're going to stamp on and one of which you're just going to use as a layer behind, okay? Now remember, you can put whatever stamping you want on here. It's completely up to you. So I will have a look at the stamps I've got out and see if I can find something different maybe to put on this time. One of the key elements of this card is that you probably will need to cut down not only the length of this piece of patterned paper, but you want it to be cut fairly close to the edge of the leaves as well, because you want it to be able to fit inside your glimmer paper. So if I can have the trimmer, please. Just going to, thank you. I'm just going to cut it down. Oops, let's get the trimmer the right way up so I can find the cutting blade. I'm going to cut it as close to the edge as I can. So I've already got it cut to the edge this side, but on the other side, I'm going to put it down so that I can see the edge of the leaves, hopefully without chopping too much off. But I do want to get it nice and close to the edge. In fact, I think I might even need to trim that piece off a bit more. Let's have a look. Where's my glimmer paper? Lady from Knife who comes to toddler. Her mum comes to toddler. Oh, that's nice. Helen Osborne. I shall have to look out for her. Yeah, so you can see I just need to take a little bit more off the edges there. So I might even need to kind of just not have it completely square so that I can just take a little bit off there, I think, to make sure that I get, let's take that off, so that I'm cutting it right down to the edge of the leaves here. There we go, that's better. I think that'll fit in now. I thought you were abandoning me, Sally. I thought you were defecting to another demonstrator. There we go. Look, just enough to, you trim it right close to the edge of the leaves. You'll just get a nice glimmer strip down the back there. Obviously, if you want to have it a bit wider, you can always cut the glimmer strip in half, like we've just done with that piece of patterned paper on the front of the Never. Oh, love you. Is it this weekend for ordering? Yes, it is this weekend for ordering. Yes, please. Yeah, if you wanted to have this strip wider, then you could just cut down the centre of your glimmer paper and then separate them out and stick them to the back of your patterned paper. So it's completely up to you. Right, let's glue that to the glimmer paper. Remember, this is going to be longer than the actual piece of card, so you will need to chop a bit off. So just line it up, and then what I would recommend, once you've got it stuck down, then chop the excess off. It's the best way, with trimmer or with scissors. So I'm going to chop mine off with scissors. And then you've got it lined up ready, look. Okay, so fold your card base and crease it, and then this strip is going to go kind of just over from the edge, actually a bit closer to the edge than that, so a bit closer to the side. And again, the whole strip is now too long, so you're going to need to start at one edge and line it up and then chop one end off. So line it up. There is an advantage to using wet glue, of course, even though that wasn't my intention when I started this evening, thinking I had enough seal to last me, but it does mean you can wiggle things around a bit. Excuse me, it gives you wiggle room, doesn't it, wet glue, which is handy. So I'm just going to chop the bottom off here. Get rid of that. There we go. Right, let's have a look and see what stamping options I've got to rival my You're Absolutely Amazing that I did in my original one. Let's have a look. What have I got over there? I'm wondering if there's something that kind of mirrors the leaves here that I could use. So I don't want to use that one. Maybe we'll have... Maybe we'll have, well, perhaps we'll have a hello there, and then some of these kind of little grasses in the corner, I think. So I think I'm going to do it a different colour as well. Why not? So I'm going to use those grasses and the hello there in the corner, I think. So this again is from the Nature's Prints stamp set. Can I borrow a block, Evelyn, please? And some Pretty Peacock. Thank you. I just love the depth of colour that you get with Pretty Peacock. It is absolutely gorgeous. My hello there's a bit on the wonk, but never mind. Let's not worry too much about that. Bespoke, isn't that what we always say? Oh, I'm trying to stick the grasses on the wrong way around. And my grasses are going to be coming off the bottom, so I'm not too worried that they are not entirely on the stamp. That is absolutely fine, and we'll do a bit of second generation stamping as well to give a little bit more depth of colour, and just a tiny bit in the corner there. There we go. And I'm going to put that on my front piece. So for this one, you're going to layer the stamped layer flat and then put 3D pads underneath to raise the whole sentiment die cut piece up. I love these layered dies. I've used them a lot in the last couple of months. There's banner dies that go with them. Oh, what am I doing? I need 3D pads. That's chatting. Look. Yeah, I've got there's banner dies that go with it as well that you can create like pennants type thing with. And then there's also the ones that we used for the bumblebee in January, which is kind of like I don't even know what shape it is actually. It's like an elongated pentagon or something, or hexagon or something. And they all layer up, so you've got several different shapes and different options for layering as well. And then again, I'm just going to finish it off with a little bit of bling. So this time I think we will go for pink bling. Same again, just a group of 3. So it looks a little bit more random. There we go. So look at that. Different stamps, different colour, inks and bling, but the same card. Really pretty. I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, so while you're finishing that one off, let's have another raffle prize, shall we? Let's draw another raffle ticket. Remember, if you're watching on the replay, you can still claim your raffle prize up to this time in April. So if you're watching ice creams, then you can't claim. But if it's before I start making things with ice creams, you can claim. Right, 512. Who's got raffle ticket number 512? If you have 512, you need to tell me it's you, and you need to tell me, do you want metallic ribbon, countless trees stamp set, or cards and envelopes pack? Which would you prefer? So let me know if it's you, and let me know if you know what prize you would like. If you don't, if you're watching the replay, we'll put your raffle ticket to one side, and your prize will be saved. Do not worry. So yeah, no claimers, no takers for 512. Okay, I'll put 512 back in my basket, ready for whoever claims it on the replay. Okay, so that is our third card. And then this one is the last one. Oh, fantastic, D. Wonderful. 512 is D. And you would like the cards and envelopes. You can have them if I can find them. There they are. The cards and envelopes are yours. Let me just get a bit of tape to go on there. Get a bit of tape if I can find some. There we are. Some washi tape. I will put that aside for you, Dee. Actually, I should put your name on there. That'd be quite helpful, wouldn't it, really? D. There we go. The cards and envelopes are yours, Dee. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Okay, let's put that one to one side then. Okay, so this is your welcome, Dee. This is the final card that we're going to make tonight. So you're going to need, I can find all the bits, you're going to need your base card, which is Moody Mauve. You're going to need a piece of, you should have a piece of patterned paper that is this kind of pale pink colour, which is, what's this pale pink colour called? Yeah. Petal pink with Moody Mauve pattern on the top. So Evelyn and I, again, I had a little delay in the order when I made up your kits. So I think everybody's got the flowers apart from Evelyn and myself, and we've got what was left over. And then you should have a piece of striped card as well to go over the bottom here. And you should have a label. As I was telling you before, that this die set comes, the die set that we've just been using has pennants as well. In fact, I'm going to show you the die set. Let me find it. Because it really is. It's in the annual catalogue, and it really is a fantastic set because there's lots of layered shapes. So let me just, there it is. It's called Nested Essentials. Of course it is. So you get four different sizes of each of the dies. There you go. What's that called? It's an elongated dimensional, isn't it? That shape, basically. It's like a dimensional that you've kind of stretched a bit, really. So yes, you get 12 dies in total. You can use the mini machine as well. They go through the mini machine, £32. So a bit of a bargain, really. So we're using, this is one of the pennants, the stitched nested essential pennant dies. So this one's nice and easy. Again, you can stamp whatever you want onto your pennant. Your card is probably roughly, well, your card is cut to the right size, so just fold that and crease it. And your patterned paper may well also be cut to the right size already, but if not, you may just need to trim it. So Evelyn, can I use, oh no, I've got the trimmer over here. I'm just going to trim mine down, so I know that mine is not quite 9.9, so I'll just take the edge off of there, and I'm going to take the bottom off as well. 14.3, there we go. Just take the bottom off there too. And I will stick the stripy paper on first, and then, so I'm going to stick the two pieces of patterned paper on together first, and then I'm going to add my pennant on top. Now, my stripy piece of patterned paper was a bit left over this time, so I might just stick it a little bit further up, actually, I think. In fact, I'm going to mark so I know where to put the glue to, so don't go over that bit with the glue. Gosh, I can hear it's raining again outside. Honestly, it just doesn't stop, does it, at the moment? I really hope it's going to be okay tomorrow. Alexander's in a triathlon tomorrow at Abingdon, so we're all going to watch, but I really, really don't want to get soaking wet in the morning. So yeah, just if your piece of stripy paper is a little bit too big, then just trim it off. And then you can stick that flat to your card front then. Okay. Making sure again you've got that nice little border around the edge, just makes it look nice and tidy. There we go. And then you can add your stamping to your pennant. So let's have a look what we're going to have this time. I think this time, as I'm using this one, I'm going to stick with this one this time. I'm going to use that little flower this time, I think. And perhaps a heartfelt thank you, maybe. Have my sentiment at the top. See if I can get my sentiment a bit straighter this time, shall we? And then I can have I think I'll have my little flower going a bit sideways there. Thank you so much. And let's start with the sentiment and try and get that straight if I can. And I'm going to stamp using the Moody Mauve, which was one of last year's in colours actually. It was all new and exciting this time last year with these. Okay, let's see if I bring it a bit closer to me, I might get that straighter. Oh, that's better, look! Much better. So that's that one, and then I'm just gonna add the flower kind of just slightly off to one side there. Just stick my thumb in the ink pad, that's good, isn't it? Wipe that off before I get that across the card. There we go, that's nice. I like that. Very pretty. And then I'm going to stick that again, raised on the 3D pads on the back. Now, as you can see, I've come to the end of my 3D pads, but I hope that everybody knows that all you do is just snip up the edging. Do not ever throw away a single scrap of this. Use it all. Just chop it up. You can even tear it with your fingers actually, and use strips instead, or even cut the edges into really tiny little pieces. Oh, that one's going to come off. so you don't waste a single ounce of it. There we go. And just add the pennant to the front there. And then again, as you can see on this one, I've got 3 little pink dots. I'm going to add some little pink dots to this one too, as this is an all pink card. Odd number again, looks more balanced. Don't ask me why, it's just it's the law of bling is what it is, that you need an odd number to create that balance. There we go. So that's my 2 different options for that one. Oop. Glue all over my scissors now, so I'll have to give them a wipe in a minute. Okay. There we go. So, how is everybody getting on? If you've been crafting along, I hope that you are pleased with what you've made. These papers are absolutely stunning, really beautiful. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to offer it as a sweet share for this month, because, yeah, just didn't want people to miss out really. And lots of you have taken me up on that offer, so that's great. I hope you're going to make loads of beautiful things with your sweet share kit that you've got. If you do, don't hesitate to share either. Do share with us what you've made. You can either send me photographs in private messaging, or feel free to share them in the group. That would be really lovely too. We've got one more raffle prize to pull, so let's take a ticket, and we have number 517. Who's got 517? Are you here in the room with us? Do we have 517? If you're here, you have a choice of the Countless Trees or the metallic ribbon, Pretty Peacock and Gold metallic ribbon that we've been using tonight and is in the kit. So the ribbon looks like this if you haven't opened your kit yet. Really pretty. It is carrying over, I think. Is it carrying over? I think it's carrying over into the new catalogue as well. As is that beautiful Night of Navy and Gold ribbon that we had at Christmas as well. So I'm really pleased about that, because I really, really love that ribbon. So yeah, if you've got 517, shout now, please, and tell me that it's yours, and which prize would you like? And if not, do not worry. If you're watching on the replay, I will put it back in my basket and allot you a prize for you to claim when you watch on the replay. Okay, we have actually got a little bit of time, so I might just make up that final card. This one is the final one. Let's see what we've got that's left. So you've got an envelope that just needs folding over and creasing. Let's put that raffle ticket safe. There we go. And then you've got this lovely gold embossed card front here. Now, you can obviously leave it exactly as it is, just as I've done. So I've added nothing to that front as a basic layer. I've just added the cut out flowers and a bit of bling and the sentiment. But what you can do, and you'll see this lots on Pinterest, is you can colour the flowers in if you want to. So you can colour them in using pens, using watercolours, but you can also colour them in using a blending brush and an ink pad as well if you want to. So completely up to you what you do with it. But cards just need folding over and creasing. And then a little bit of stamping for the sentiment. And some flowers to cut out. So let's have a look. Let's see what So you've got in your kit the pieces of the sentiment here. So you've got those two little tags, and these are from the postage stamp, layered postage stamp die set. So I'm going to use the vanilla one to stamp the sentiment on. Let's see what sentiment I've got that's nice and small that'll fit on there. What have we got? I wonder if Get Well Soon would go on there. That I haven't got any Get Well Soon cards at the moment. That might fit on there. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Let's have Get Well Soon, I think. Not doing very well tonight. Normally quite a clean stamper, but I seem to have managed to stuck my finger in the ink twice tonight, so that is not very good. There we go. That's better. And then I can show you what I mean by splitting the sentiment. Sorry, splitting the back of the label for those who've not done it before. So this one, you chop it in half. Doesn't have to be precise at all. And then put, can I borrow your, I'll just borrow that a moment. I'm just going to borrow Evelyn's stamping seal. Put some seal across the back or some glue. It's just easier for me to do on camera with seal across the back of the back of your label. And then I'm just going to stick one side down with one end showing, and then stick the other side down, the other end showing. Then it looks like you've got a layered die, but really you don't. Clever, eh? And then you can pop that on some 3D pads ready to go on your card. Again, I'm using up those edge pieces. Don't let anything go to waste. Do you know what? You can even just leave it like that and add some bling, can't you, really? Or just maybe colour in one or two of the roses or something. These cards are so pretty, even on their own. They don't actually need a lot extra, do they, really? What have I got here that I could add? I've got quite a nice flower, actually, I could add. Perhaps I will. Let's fussy cut that one and add that to the front, I think. So remember again, I am, for those of you who are new to fussy cutting, holding my scissors at roughly 45 degrees to the paper so that you don't get teeth marks from your scissors. That's the purpose of holding them at 45 degrees, because the kind of cutting teeth mark that you would normally get when you cut card or paper will be hidden kind of underneath along the back, rather than on the side that you want people to see. And I am literally just wiggling the paper. I am not moving the scissors, so my arm is actually balanced on the table. I'm not moving my arm at all. I'm literally just opening and closing my fingers for the scissor action, but I am not moving my hand or my arm one bit. It's just completely rigid on the table and just wiggling the paper back and forth. And the other thing that you'll notice if you're looking in detail is I'm cutting not right up against the edge of the image. I'm allowing just a little gap around the edges, and what that does is it makes it look much more professional, because it looks like you've die cut it then. It's a bit of a cheat, but a nifty little cheat that will make all the difference when you then add the cut image onto your project. It makes it look like you die cut it when you didn't, you cut it with scissors. How brilliant is that? And in no time at all, you've gone round. It'd take you longer to get the die cutting machine out, wouldn't it, really? If it was a die. And then I'm just going to stick that just slightly behind. Yeah, just slightly behind my sentiment, so it just kind of joins it all together, really. I'm going to stick it with wet glue. So it's flat down because it's quite a large image, this one, so there we go. And then get out my pink bling again and add a couple of little enamel dots here. There we go. That's better. Who knew we'd have time to make all of those projects in one go? Masses, my goodness me. So we have made, shall I bring in my new improved versions? I'll keep with the card folder because I didn't finish mine off. But I've got, so here we go, all of these, look at them. Goodness. Loads of projects all done in one session tonight. There we go, loads and loads. Fantastic, okay, wonderful. So let me just turn the camera back around again. Hello, okay. So I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I hope you've had fun. If you were watching and you're going to make later, don't hesitate to message me if you get stuck on anything, have any questions, anything like that. But the joy of watching like that is that you can pause and rewind, obviously, and hopefully it won't jump around so much as well while you're watching on the replay. Seems to have recorded okay this end, so hopefully it won't jump about so much. And I will download it, obviously, and the video, and I will put it in YouTube as well. So just search for me in YouTube, papercraftwithjenny.co.uk, in YouTube as well. There's lots of other projects on my YouTube channel as well, including a lovely fancy fold from last month's perennial lavender workshop, so do go and check that one out because it's a really easy one to do. It folds two different ways, so you can either have it with kind of a bay window effect or with a more recessed effect, so go and check it out and see what you think. If you've won a raffle prize tonight, let me know what you'd like, and I will make sure I get that to you. And if you have, when you have made the projects tonight, do share photos of them. So I'll put a post on in a moment, and in the comments below, share a photo of what you've made. Don't be shy. Don't worry if you think, oh, mine's not as good as everybody else's or what have you. Absolute rubbish. Everybody's is beautiful and unique. And the most important thing is you sharing gives lots of other people inspiration for their own card makes, because everyone has different stamp sets. Some people move the layout around. All of that's absolutely fine. It just gives us all ideas and inspiration. So please do share. We will, as usual, do a prize draw on Sunday to win some more goodies if you've shared in the Facebook page, and for any orders that I've had this month as well, and that includes the sweet shares and things. So if you've ordered anything from me, then you'll go into the prize raffle on Sunday night too. Okay, so April, don't forget, is all... Oh, I seem to have frozen now. There we go. April is all about the ice creams up here. So I would love it if you would like to join me for the ice cream workshop. Let me just find my... Let me find... There you go. That's the ice cream on the front there. You can see that. It's quite brilliant. I'm just going to find the page that it's on so you can have a look in more detail at the dies and things and what it makes up. And we will also have the Rock You cards as well. Is it called Rock and Roll? The Rock and Roll cards. We'll have those as well next month. So
That will be fun too. Let me just see if I can find these ice creams. There we are. There's the ice creams. So it's page 37, the ice creams. It's just, there's lots more ideas on here. We're going to be making one of these cards as well. So it actually, that is a card in itself. It's not stuck on the front of another card base. It's actually a card that opens, the ice cream cone opens up. Oh, really clever. So yeah, if you want to go and have a look at those, then do check those out and see what ideas there are in there. Okay. Lovely to see you all. Hopefully we'll catch some of your project ideas in the April challenge. Otherwise, take care and I will see you soon. Happy stamping.